Any home built for under $100 per square foot can easily be categorized as affordable, with other factors remaining constant. However, it is not possible to achieve this mean feat without taking significant measures to cut on building costs and observe good project management principles. In this video, we bring to you the 7 secrets of building a shipping container home cheaply on a small budget, with case studies of the best projects from around the world. Stay tuned to find out more on how to save money when building a shipping container home. Welcome back. If you want to learn more on shipping container living, kindly subscribe. If you like our content, give us a thumbs up or your opinion in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get started. The first strategy to building a shipping container house cheaply is to have a project plan. It is important to develop a good project plan to organize all the elements of the project before commencement. First, develop a comprehensive project budget capturing all the project items at every stage of construction. Add at least 20% of the total cost of the project for contingencies. Secondly, have a detailed design brief of the project guided by the project budget. Decide on the schedule of accommodation, design specifications, and all project details. Once the design brief is firmed up, translate it into a floor plan and construction details using a CAD program, or consult a design professional who may help to make an application for building permits. The approval process of the building permit may take weeks, months, or even years. Therefore, it is advisable to factor in the cost of the anticipated delays. It is prudent to familiarize yourself with the do's and don'ts of shipping container homes before the building process commences. This familiarization process will help you to avoid the common mistakes people make when building shipping container homes. This $20,000 home in Canada is a good case study on how a good design brief with a clear schedule of accommodation can be affordable. Secondly, purchase the right container. Purchasing the wrong type of shipping container is the most common mistake people make when building a shipping container home. Apart from the 20-foot and 40-foot regular shipping containers, there are high cube containers of similar lengths but 1 foot taller. The additional foot is perfect for ceiling insulation without compromising the headroom. The second most common mistake people make is buying very old containers. Container homes can be built using old containers, one-trip containers, or new containers. The cheapest option is to buy an old container. However, it may cost more to restore and maintain. Old containers come with numerous challenges, including dampness, corrosion, deformed corners, dented walls, toxic spillages, and warped roof panel. Purchase the container locally if possible to avoid high delivery costs. The selling price in most instances does not include delivery. Remember to budget for renting a flatbed or tilt-bed truck to pick up the container. Thirdly, design with climate. The most cost-effective way to build a container home is to build with the climate in mind. The fundamentals of building in a temperate climate are very different from building in a tropical climate. Because of extreme temperature variations in temperate regions, the homes should be designed to keep away moisture and keep the home warm at the same time conserve heat. When it comes to insulation, there is no one size fits all. For cold climates, closed cell spray foam insulation is the best alternative. Apart from being the thinnest option with high R values, the most significant advantage of spray foam insulation is the good moisture barrier properties. Insulation blanket is the most affordable type to use in the tropics. Apart from thermal insulation, nighttime ventilation using materials with a good time lag in the tropics is a cheaper alternative and can be achieved by increasing the thermal mass of the container walls. In addition to insulation, passive design strategies can also be used to take advantage of good tropical climate. Apart from choosing the right insulation, building with climate will also help to avoid over-designing, which ultimately saves on the building cost. For instance, a garage and a mechanical room may be very essential when building in temperate regions, while in the tropics, all you need is a carport with a roof. Therefore, it is always important to differentiate what is important and what is urgent. One of the best homes ever built with the climate in mind is the Containers of Hope in Costa Rica. This project was built at an affordable cost of only $40,000. The home adopts a passive design strategy with an elevated central roof that ensures thermal comfort throughout the year. Apart from this, there are luxurious ocean residences in Malaysia built from shipping containers with brick-lined interior walls as an effective thermal barrier and an elegant, low-maintenance internal finish in all the bedroom suites with wonderful results. The fourth strategy is to buy salvaged materials. Buying new materials to build a dream home is the normal practice. However, as the saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. It is possible to build a dream home using recycled shipping containers and salvaged materials from second-hand stores or demolished building sites. Recycled and salvaged materials are cheaper and time-free, depending on where the materials are sourced. Building with recycled materials is sustainable and good for the environment. Recycled materials are good for the environment because they have low embodied energy compared to newer materials. Apart from cost saving, the biggest advantage of building with salvaged materials is the personalization of a building project. Building with salvaged materials is more fun with a handy person or somebody who loves DIY construction. The best shipping container home ever built from salvaged materials is the Smithy Container Home in St. Charles, Missouri. The home is a very big project with 3,100 square feet of habitable space, built with a paltry budget of only $135,000. 95% of all the construction materials were recycled, and most of the work was done as DIY by the project owners. Number 5, avoid over-modification. To transform a container into a habitable space, cutting container walls to install windows and doors for adequate daylighting and cross-ventilation is almost inevitable. Shipping container walls and roofs are structural but not load-bearing. Cutting out steel from the roof and the walls weakens the container structure. To remedy this anomaly, the structure is reinforced by welding additional steel frames around the openings to offset the steel that was cut out and to increase the surface area around the opening to attach windows and door frames. In addition, stacking or loading containers at any other position other than the corners introduces weak points into the structure. It is advisable to add additional steel beams and steel stanchions at points of weakness to carry the point loads. Over-modification of containers leads to more cutting leads to additional reinforcement, and additional reinforcement leads to more welding. When everything is more, definitely the costs will be more. Number 6, sweat equity. If you are not willing to get your hands dirty, then saving on project costs through sweat equity may not be your cup of tea. Labor on any construction project can consume almost a quarter of the construction budget. The best way to save on labor costs is to build the container house as a DIY project. However, this may not be possible for everyone because of limited time or lack of previous DIY experience. Even if the construction is being done by a professional builder, identify a few less technical tasks on the project like painting, priming, and even landscaping around the project to cut on the building costs. For a handy person, making custom furniture pieces is another great way to save on costs. Alternatively, buy flat packs for wardrobes, kitchen cabinets, and selected furniture pieces following the step-by-step instructions. A building guide is also another alternative to use when building a DIY container project. Another valuable source of help for DIYers is the how-to YouTube videos like this one, or you can get a building show or a pay TV program to how-to YouTube videos. The Smithy Container Home in St. Charles, Missouri takes the crown as one of the best sweat equity container house projects achieved through DIY by the home owners. Number 7, incorporate a forgiving aesthetic. A forgiving aesthetic is basically a type of finish that may not be eye-catching but is durable, hard-wearing, low cost, low maintenance, and can easily be executed during the construction process. Such finishes can be applied on the floor, on the wall, on the roof, and all the wet areas of the house. The most common way to save on cost using a forgiving aesthetic is to avoid painting the exterior container walls by retaining the original paint and markings to preserve the industrial charm and the marine history of your shipping containers. Most shipping containers are made from coating steel or aluminum and are able to resist corrosion for a long time if well maintained. Most shipping containers are fitted with 1-inch marine plywood floors made from tropical hardwood. When purchasing a container, inspect it for harmful pesticides. The most affordable way to have a low-cost floor finish in a container house is to retain the original plywood floors, clean with an alcohol-based solvent, and apply an epoxy paint to give it a shiny, low-maintenance, waterproof finish that is easy to clean and maintain. Another alternative finish in a shipping container home is concrete-based finishes. An affordable alternative to quartz kitchen countertops is to use polished concrete kitchen countertops and concrete tiled bathroom walls. Polished concrete finishes are shiny, easy to clean, durable, and low maintenance. We hope you found our list exhaustive enough to give you an indication of what you need to do when you want to build a shipping container house cheaply on a small budget. If you have any other strategy that could make it to this list, kindly give us your opinion by sharing in the comments section below. If you like this video, as usual, give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.